Easy cottage garden styling ideas. Teapot birdhouse on a drawer. Remove the handle from an old drawer. Spread Elmer's glue on the drawer. Paint chalk paint on top. Cracks will appear as it dries. Apply stain over the cracks for a vintage look. Replace the knob with a new one for hanging. Spray paint an old teapot, then attach it to the drawer with an old door pull. Add a chain and a spindle for a perch. Result, a cute teapot birdhouse. Outdoor toolbox organizer. Clean out an old rusty toolbox. Drill holes for drainage and mounting. Attach brackets with nuts and bolts. Mount the toolbox on your shed with room to open the door. Now you have an outdoor gardening tool organizer. Farm life shovel decor. Clean and sand. A rusty shovel with a broken handle. Paint it with homemade chalk paint. Use the Mod Podge reverse graphic transfer method to apply a farm life graphic. Seal it with engine enamel to protect from rust. Stick the shovel end in a flower bucket for rustic garden charm. Growing a lush, natural-looking cottage garden. Want that full, dreamy garden look without making it feel overdone? Here's how to grow a lush cottage garden that feels natural, not forced. Layer like nature does. Mix tall, medium, and low plants together so it feels wild and full. Let things overlap and spill. Perfection isn't the goal. Mix blooms, herbs, and edibles. A true cottage garden isn't just flowers. Add in lavender, mint, even strawberries. They make the garden smell amazing and attract pollinators. Leave room for self-seeders. Plants like cosmos or calendula will drop seeds and surprise you next season. Let a little chaos happen. It adds charm. Use curves and soft edges. Forget straight lines. Curve your paths and borders. It makes the space feel more inviting and relaxed. Don't overmulch. A little mulch is good, but too much can make it feel too tidy. Let some bare soil peek through for that natural vibe. Best plants to grow for a cottage garden. These are the must-have plants that create that dreamy, overflowing look. Tall plants for the back of your cottage garden. Add structure and dreamy height to your garden borders with these towering beauties. Hollyhock, a true cottage, classic with towering stalks and romantic ruffled blooms in pinks, whites, and deep reds. Delphinium, elegant spikes of blue, purple, or white that bring instant drama to any flower bed. Sunflowers, ornamental, not just for the veggie patch. Choose branching varieties for bold color and tons of pollinator action. Foxglove, spotted bell-shaped flowers that rise above the garden and bring vintage charm. Joe Pye weed, a soft pink pollinator magnet that's perfect for natural-looking backdrops and damp spots. Care tips: sunlight, full sun, at least 6 hours daily. Soil, well-draining, fertile soil enriched with compost. Water, deep watering once or twice a week. Allow soil to dry slightly between. Support. Most of these tall growers benefit from staking or being planted near fences or trellises. Maintenance. Deadhead spent blooms to encourage more flowers. Cut down in late fall or early spring. Mid-size plants for the middle layer. These medium-height stars add rich texture and continuous color right at eye level. Shasta daisy. Classic white petals and sunny yellow centers that bloom all summer long and bring a cheerful vintage feel. Bee balm, bold, frilly blooms in red or purple that attract pollinators and give a wild, romantic flair. Yarrow, soft ferny foliage and flat-topped flower clusters in pastels or brights. Low maintenance and drought-tolerant. Coreopsis, masses of daisy-like blooms that keep coming, especially in sunny spots with minimal effort. Black-eyed Susan, golden yellow petals and dark centers that bring strong color contrast and rustic charm. Care tips: sunlight, full sun to partial shade. Most thrive best with 4 to 6 hours. Soil, loamy or sandy soil with good drainage. Slightly acidic to neutral pH works well. Water, moderate. Keep evenly moist in early growth, then water deeply once a week. Deadheading, pinch or snip spent blooms regularly to extend flowering into fall. Spacing, allow air circulation to prevent mildew. Around 12 to 18 inches between plants. Short plants for the front edge. These low-growing beauties soften garden edges and paths, filling gaps with color, scent, and charm. Sweet alyssum, tiny, fragrant flowers that spill gently over borders, attracts pollinators and smells like honey. Violas, cheerful faces in purples, yellows, and whites, bloom early and self-sow easily. Lamb's ear, silvery, soft foliage that adds texture and contrast. Drought-tolerant and pet-friendly. Dwarf dianthus, spicy scented blooms in pinks and reds, adds a classic cottage feel in a tidy mound. Creeping thyme, a fragrant ground cover that flowers in tiny purple blooms, can even be walked on. Care tips: most prefer full sun but tolerate partial shade. Violas and thyme are shade tolerant. Soil, well draining is key. Sandy or loamy soils are ideal for preventing root rot. Water regularly but don't overdo it. Shallow roots mean consistent moisture is better than soaking. Pruning, lightly trim after flowering to keep compact and encourage a second flush. Bonus: use these at pathway edges or in between stepping stones for added whimsy.